Hello and welcome to the 2022-23 school year. This video is to ensure that you have forced attendance in your Canvas course. Attendance will be essential for collecting email addresses and staff info to verify their course completion and award CEU credit. I'm going to show you how to trigger completion of your Google Attendance form for your Canvas courses. First thing you need to do is you need to have a Google Attendance form in your course, and it needs to be embedded. There are certain things that we're going to require on those Google Forms that include the first name, the last name, their school name, their 5-digit employee ID number, and a verification statement that says that I have completed the course. Please add Kelly Lyons as a collaborator on your Google form. Her email address is kellyh.lyons, Lyons, @cms.k12.nc.us. That's Kelly Lyons, kellyh.lyons, Lyons, @cms.k12.nc.us. One way to make sure that you get all the information that you need on your Google form is to go into your settings when you're creating your form. Go into your settings and have it always collect email addresses under the response section. And you can also tell the form to always send responders a copy of their response. This is a drop-down menu that you can turn off when requested or leave it on always. If you leave it on always, that should take care of it. And I generally, when I am creating forms, I restrict users to Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. In the past, we have not turned this on if we have possibly new teachers who have not received their CMS emails yet. This will be up to the creator of the course. However, know that if this is the case and we don't have a CMS email, there's a good chance that their credit will not get processed the way that you want it to. So I would suggest leaving this on. Once you have your course created and you have all the items that you need, you're going to embed the course. You're going to embed your Google form into your course. And I'm assuming that a lot of you already know how to do this, but just to refresh all of our memories, you can do this using the Google LTI tool, or you can use the embed tool along with your embed code from your Google form. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to need to put a requirement on this page within your module. So I'm going to save this for right now, and I'm going to go to modules. Here is my module that has the feedback form in it. This is usually the last thing you're going to have them do in their Canvas course, because this is what is going to trigger a completion within the Canvas catalog. If it triggers a completion within the Canvas catalog, we know that they have completed the form and that it will have all the information. We will have all the information that we need to award credit in my for the back to school work days. But this trigger is vitally important for any Canvas course that you create that is going through the Canvas catalog. It is important that you always have a trigger that is telling Canvas that the course is complete. This is very simple to do, and once you build this muscle memory, you will not have any issues remembering to do this for all your courses. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the 3 dots that are right here. Notice that the name of this module is Global Awareness. It's a slightly darker gray than the individual items in the module. I'm going to go all the way over to the three dots, and I'm going to select Edit. Now you can see there are requirements, and I have checked that students must complete all these requirements. Now, each of these are different items in the course. What we're going to do and what you will need to do is you're going to add a requirement. Now, you'll have a drop-down menu of everything that is in the course. There are quizzes, assignments, but there is the page that has my feedback. So I'm going to select my page that has feedback, and then you have a drop-down menu to where they just have to view the item, mark it as done, or contribute to the page. In this case, I'm going to have them mark as done. Then I'm going to update the module. Okay, now we're going to go back to that page. I put, let me get this out of the way, just so you get an idea what the student is going to see. I'm going to put this in student view very briefly. Okay, so your person or your teachers who look at your course, this is what they're going to see. When they get to the bottom of the page, they are going to see in the lower right-hand corner a box with a button that they need to click that says Mark as Done. Once they click that, the course is saying you're done. The course is complete. So I'm going to leave student view as a double check, as a barrier, as a guardrail to make sure that they're clicking that little button down there at the bottom that's saying that they have done everything they're supposed to do. We're going to add one more layer to make sure that it gets done. So I'm going to put in a quick check. And I'm going to go here to the bottom of my form and I'm going to add a line. Now I'm going to open this up so everybody can see it. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I've added something down here and I'm going to go up here and I want to it in City Labs. If you do not have City Labs, you need to get in touch with me as a specialist. You should have access to City Labs, or someone on your team has access to City Labs. You're going to add an advanced element, and we are adding a quick check, and we are going to add it at the cursor. Okay, so you see this is the bottom of my Google form, and here is where my quick check will appear. In here, I'm going to type the question: have you completed the Google form and clicked the mark as done button in the lower right hand corner? Now, you're going to, here is where you will select which of your answers is correct. And so for the first thing, I'm going to enter my yes answer here. And as a text to display, I'm going to type thank you. And then for answer B, I'm going to no. And the text answer is to complete this course, you must complete the Google form and click the mark as done button. Okay, and then I'm going to mark that this is my correct answer. And from there, I can click Save. So when someone completes the course and they've gotten to the last page, they will complete the form, they will click Submit, they will see, have you completed the Google form and clicked the Mark as Done button. Now let's put this into student view one more time so that you will see what this looks like when your participants do this. Here is their form that they will complete, and then they will see this, and here is the Mark as Done button. Once they have said yes and click the Mark as Done, if there is another module or a finishing page after that, it will allow them to advance. If at this point, if you don't have a page, you can see that it's not saying anything else. But if I had another page after this that participants were expected to click the next button, it would not let them advance until they had answered the quick check. That is one of the really great things about using a quick check as a guardrail to make sure that what was done on that page was done before they move on to the next page. In fact, this is something great that you could integrate into your Canvas courses if there is certain information you want to be sure your participants are seeing. But these are the things that we need as your professional learning team to ensure that the Google form is filled out and that the course triggers a complete. And that is to use Mark as Done and a quick check. If you have any more questions, you can get in touch with me. I'm Trish Cloud. My email address is patricia.cloud@cms.k12.nc.us. That's patricia.cloud@cms.k12.nc.us. And you can email me, and I would be more than happy to help you if you have any more questions about any of this process or any of these steps. Thank you for your time.